Okay, welcome back everybody. I'm making this video today as an encore to the video I put out yesterday, September 6th. This video is going to once again prove how undeniably scripted the world of professional sports is, but it's also going to, I want you guys to draw your own conclusions, but I want to show you something that's very interesting about what Super Bowl 55 possibly could be. So we're going to kick it off with NHL Public Relations. They sent this story out yesterday. They said before Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals, Vegas is 5-2 in Game 1 all time in a best-of-7 series, while Dallas is 30-25. And I thought, that's very interesting, like how Vegas can fall to 5-3 in game ones, like how they can fall to 5-3 in all-time playoff series, like how they beat Dallas 5-3 in the round robin games. But look at this right here. When leading 1-0 in a best-of-7, Dallas holds an all-time series record of 21-9. And I said, well, there's your undeniable evidence the Stars are winning Game 1. They'll win Game 1 and then win the series to become 22-9 all-time in playoff series when they lead 1-0. What date does the Stanley Cup Finals begin? 22/9, like how they'll be 22-9 when leading 1-0. They are leading 1-0. They won the game 1-0. Couldn't be any more scripted, right? And then check this out, right? Like we talk about all the time. Stanley Cup 37. Remember these numbers. Whoops. Remember 37 and 136. Notice when the Stars won last night, 1-0. Notice how they began 3-7. All-time versus Vegas in the play, or all-time versus Vegas, period. Vegas hasn't been around that long. Now, what I want to get into is the death of Dale Hawerchuk. And I'm going to show you how this is perfectly synced up with Super Bowl 55, which is hosted by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I want you to see something right here. I want you to see how Stanley Cup Finals is 91, right? Stanley Cup Finals is 91. So is Tampa Bay Lightning. Tampa Bay Lightning, both 91, right? Tampa Bay, if they win the Stanley Cup this year, which they're going to, I suspect it's going to end September 30th, which we'll get to. But notice how they can get their 91st all-time playoff win. 91's the 13th triangular number. Dallas is 13. Think about them being in Super Bowl 13. Dallas also 49. Super Bowl's 49. So, Dale Hawerchuk, his birthday's April 4th, 4/4, and he was dead August 18th at age 57, right? And again, notice how when you write out the word 57, it's 131, like Super Bowl, like championship. I want you to pay attention to 193 as well. So, as you can see, Dale Hawerchuk, 57, dropped dead at age 57 on the 231st day of his age, 136 days after his birthday. This is Derek's calculator. I think this is actually way faster than time and date calculator that I normally use. So, Dale Hawerchuk dead 136 days after his birthday, or 19 weeks and 3 days. 193, that's the 44th prime number, like how he was born on 4/4. Now, like I said, the Stanley Cup Finals this year, ending on September 30th, Game 5, which means Tampa will win 4-1, like how 179 is the 41st prime number. Dallas is also 41. 41's the 13th prime. We talk about those prime number connections all the time and how relevant they are. So from September 30th to the date of Super Bowl 55 is exactly 131 days, right? A total span of 130 days. And again, this is the 103rd NHL season. That's the 27th prime number, like how Dallas Stars is 27. It's their 27th season since relocating from Minnesota. Super Bowl 55, hosted by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, is on 2/7. Raymond James Stadium, Tampa, Florida. Now, what we're going to get into is this preseason game, August. And again, the NFL's preseason games, they're just as rigged as their regular season and postseason games are. I want you to see how this game between the 49ers and Texans was played August 18th, right? The exact same date Dale Hawerchuk was dead. He was dead at age 57. We talk about that being the championship numbers. But notice this game was played in 2018. In 2018, Dale Hawerchuk was 55 years old. Like how this year is Super Bowl 55 on 2/7. And during this game between the 49ers and Texans, I want you to see how Jimmy Garoppolo threw for 136 yards. And like we talked about, Dale Hawerchuk dead 136 days after his birthday. And then Jimmy G throws for 136 yards. He was 10 of 12, a lot like 112. Another number that connects to the Super Bowl. That's why you got to know all four base ciphers. We just talked about all four of these. You see the totality of the ritual. So Jimmy Garoppolo throwing for 136 yards. What's interesting, too, is Jimmy Garoppolo wears the number 10. Deshaun Watson wears the number 4. Like how if Dallas makes the Stanley Cup final in the 103rd season of the NHL, they'll get their 103rd all-time playoff win as the Dallas Stars. If they lose the Stanley Cup final in 5 games, they'll have 104 all-time playoff wins. And if you watched my video yesterday, if you haven't watched my prior videos, go back and check those out. Very important information. But I want you to see how Deshaun Watson threw for 73 yards. That's the inverse of 37. Like how when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won their only Super Bowl, they won it in their 27th season. Like how this is the 103rd NHL season, the 27th prime number. Tampa Bay's in their 28th season, but it's only their 27th season to play. And then of course, when you look at Tampa Bay Buccaneers, check this out. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, when spelled correctly, Tampa Bay Buccaneers is 62, right? Like how if the 49ers win this Super Bowl, they'll be 6-2 all time in Super Bowls. And like we talked about, Stanley Cup Finals, 62 and 91. We talked again. It really seems to be very possible this could be the Super Bowl. Again, it's Super Bowl 55. It's the 51st of the modern era. Houston, I cannot type today. Houston Texans 51. And I'm really thinking this is possible, man. I'm not saying it's going to be, but it's very possible. Deshaun Watson, this guy's a legit talent, man. He's a legit talent. Jimmy Garoppolo, not so much. This guy, if the NFL wasn't rigged, in my opinion, Deshaun Watson, he'd be the best quarterback in the NFL. He's fun to watch. He was fun to watch at Clemson, too. So, again, the last thing I want to show you is right now, we talked about how Super Bowl is 41, right? If the 49ers win this Super Bowl this year over Houston, they're going to be 4-1 all-time versus the Texans. And, we talk about that number all the time. Super Bowl 41, 41, 41, 41. But what's even more interesting is if you look at these prior 4 matchups, notice the 49ers have scored 20 points, 21, 34, and then 26. You add up that, it's 101. Like how this season is the 101st season of the NFL. The Houston Texans, you add up their totals, they scored 60 points. If you go back and look at my prior videos, I talk all about the number 60. So again, this is a very possible Super Bowl. It's very possible we could see Texans and 49ers, man. If the NFL wasn't rigged, there's no way Deshaun Watson would lose to Jimmy Garoppolo, but we're living out a script. I want you guys to draw your own conclusions about this, but I wanted to put this out here before the season began because I want to give you guys plenty of time to look at this, make your own conclusions. Let me know what you think, man. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I always read them all unless you're trolling. Till next time.